On this episode, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should be posting on social media to grow your real estate business, to grow your brand, to grow your recognition there in your local market. It's not rocket science, but you need to do certain things in certain ways and do it enough over time, and you will start to close deals.
The Massive Agent Podcast, with lead generation tips and strategies to get you more leads and sell more homes.
I love to buy houses. I like to sell houses.
It takes brass balls to sell real estate.
Wait a minute.
The leads are weak. You're weak.
I've had better.
Oh, have I got your attention now?
Here's your host, Dustin Brohm.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 147 of the Massive Agent Podcast. I am so freaking excited to do this episode. I have a big announcement that if you've been listening for a while, you've been waiting on. It's finally ready. It's finally here. Massive Agent Daily is out. It is available. I'll explain that here in a minute. But we're going to be talking about what real estate agents should be posting on social media. It's something that I get asked all the time. It's by far one of the most common questions that I've ever received anytime I'm speaking or any DM I get from you guys. I think that the most asked question is actually like, should I post on my business page or my personal? And so I say, well, whatever the hell you want, just put it somewhere. Like, it depends on what it is. Not a super easy to answer question, but there's also no wrong answer. Put it on both, put it on one of them. You probably have different audiences in both. So, happy to talk about that later, but just put it somewhere. It's okay to put something business related on your personal, and it's okay to put something personal on your business page. In fact, I encourage you to do something personal, and I'm going to be telling you the formula today that you guys need. There's a certain ratio of the type of posts that I think works the best if you guys want to grow your brand and have success on social media. Social media is by far the most underutilized, underappreciated tool that we have as agents to grow our business, to grow our brand. And this is not just a real estate thing, guys. Anyone doing literally anything can grow a giant brand, can become Insta famous, if you will, but online famous, grow a brand, right? So that people know who you are. You become an influencer just by using these free tools, these free platforms that we have at our disposal, but you have to use them the right way. And there's no such thing as a magic post. There's no such thing as you post these magical words and you all of a sudden get 20 different clients from that one magical post. It doesn't exist. There's certain posts you can do that have a call to action that can get people reaching out to you, no doubt. But get it out of your head that there's some magic post, or it's one post or two posts or a series of a few. It's the effort over time, and it compounds, and the engagement that builds up over time, and the influence that you build over time by doing social media correctly over time. That's what works. So if you hear so-and-so agent, they just closed 3 deals last month, all from Facebook, and you're like, what the hell? I can't even get anyone to like my post, let alone reach out to me. They're just doing something differently than you. Well, I'm going to tell you what that is. I'm going to give you the formula today. So, Realtors, I'm going to tell you what you need to be posting on social to grow your business. If you are new to this podcast, welcome. My name is Dustin Brohm, your host. I'm the co-founder of the Industry Syndicate podcast network for the real estate industry. I'm a national speaker on all things real estate marketing, social media, podcasting, and lead gen. I am a realtor myself with eXp Realty in Salt Lake City, Utah. I am the founder of the Massive Agent Society, our one agent per market lead gen training coaching program. And as of today, the founder of the brand new Massive Agent Daily. Man, I'm so excited for this because nothing exists like it. And it's what you guys have been asking for. And a lot of you don't even know you were asking for it. But once you see how this works, you're going to be like, oh, hell yes, this is amazing. I'll tell you about that in a sec. I want to give a quick shout out to a couple of our most recent reviews on Apple Podcasts. Guys, when you leave a review for us, like giving us a rating is awesome. That's helpful. But when you give a review, super helpful. Give somebody who's like, I wonder if this podcast is any good, if they stumble on it. I wonder if this is any good. Let me read a few reviews. So it's super helpful, and it helps us to grow our audience. which is awesome. So, this is fantastic. So Balls Deep said, three E's. Balls Deep says, excellent podcast for real estate agents. Dustin is open and honest and gives you great nuggets from each episode. Thank you, Balls Deep. Can't believe I actually said that out loud. Podster SD, very helpful and motivating. Just listened to the Matthew Kane interview and found his tips and experience very motivational. Matthew and Dustin both have a wealth of experience in real estate. Matthew Kane, that episode, guys, has been so freaking popular. Here, let me look it up here. I'm going to look up which episode Matthew Kane was on. And by the way, spoiler alert, I'm bringing him back on. His episode was by far the most popular, he was by far the most popular guest we've ever had on the show. Episode 122. We did it back in April of 2020. So go to episode 122 with Matthew Kane. It's titled How One Agent Sold 40 Homes in Their First Year as a Realtor. And because I know him, I know he's about to double that in his second year, which is insane. We're going to be bringing him back on the show here in the next couple of weeks because he's by far, like more than Tariq El Moussa, more than Peter Lorimer, like all these people that we've had a lot of great feedback about. Matthew Kane, I've received more positive comments about that episode than any other. So let's just bring him back. You guys want him? You got him. Anyhow, thank you so much for leaving those reviews in Apple Podcasts. They help us out tremendously. And if you would like to leave one, and I encourage you to, I almost beg you, but begging would be pathetic, so I'm not going to stoop to that level. I'll just strongly ask you with puppy dog eyes to go to massiveagentpodcast.com/review, and it takes you right to our review page in Apple Podcasts, the little purple podcast app on your iPhone, and you can leave a review or a rating super fast. massiveagentpodcast.com/review. All right, guys. Before I teach you the secrets to social media as a realtor and tell you exactly what you need to be posting and the right ratio in which to post them and all that good stuff, I'm super excited to announce Massive Agent Daily is now live. MassiveAgentDaily.com is how you get access. This is our app that tells you, it gives you a prompt every single day and says, here, post this on social media today. Some of them are an image or something that you simply just repost. Some of them are videos where we tell you what to do, but more importantly, we teach you why. It's not just a click here thing where you learn nothing. I want you to be a social media marketing master, all right? Because once you learn what works on social and why, and that's what this whole episode is about, so don't worry, I'm going to dive deep into that today. Once you learn why this stuff works so well, like why posting an image of like 6 different pieces of bacon and the one on the left is super burned and the one on the right is barely cooked, and you're like, hey, which bacon do you prefer? And you're like, wait, I'm a real estate agent. Why the hell would I post that? Well, the reason why is it boosts engagement on your page. Okay, it gets a bunch of comments. It gets a bunch of comments and engagement from people that follow you, which makes your future content be seen more organically. And it's a compounding effect. You've got to understand the algorithms that these social networks have, especially Facebook and Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. They all have them, of course. TikTok, Snapchat, they all have algorithms, but Facebook and Instagram are by far the most, I don't want to say important, but they are, well, you just need to know how they work, okay? So Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and everyone, they want you to stay on their platform. So if you can keep people on their platform for longer, they will reward that, right? They will show more of your content if your content is keeping people engaged, if it keeps people on their platform. Why do they want people to stay on their platform? Well, as the great Senator Orrin Hatch from my state of Utah, who insanely did not know how Facebook makes its money, as Mark Zuckerberg so famously said a year or so ago, Senator, we sell ads. They sell ads. Okay? The longer you stay on their platform, the more ads you'll see and the more money they'll make. Very simple. Okay? So when you know that, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's their business, right? Like, they're not just going to pay for us to have this amazing tool and not not be able to pay for it and pay themselves and, make a fortune. Like, that's capitalism, that's free market, that's awesome. But that's how it works. So if you guys, it does not matter which platform you're on. If you create content that keeps people engaged and on the platform, YouTube especially, and Facebook, if you can get people watching your videos, the more of your videos they watch, the longer they stay on the platform, that the platform is going to be like, hell yes, we're going to show more of your videos because it keeps people here so they can see more ads. So that's how it works, guys. That's the foundation. Right? That's the concrete that was just poured below ground into the forms to build the foundation. You've got that. Okay. That's how social media works. So if you can accomplish those things, you will win. Okay. The platforms will reward you. So what the hell do you post? So Massive Agent Daily is an app where every day you get a prompt 7 days a week. This is not just Monday through Friday, but 7 days a week, every morning. I believe the prompts go out at 8 a.m. Pacific time. You're going to get a prompt that says, hey, post this today. And they're randomized. I put a bunch of different posts in there. And so don't worry that if there's 1,000 other agents using this program, that all 1,000 are going to be posting the exact same thing on the exact same day you are. It's all randomized. Don't worry about it. Personalized success tracking. So you're going to be connecting your Facebook account, your Instagram account, your LinkedIn account, all that to the app. And then this app has access to the analytics. So it'll show you how your followers are growing. It's going to show you how many likes you're getting, the engagement you're getting. It's going to show you visually, and it's going to track all that stuff so you can see, hey, this is actually working. This is actually moving the needle. I'm actually gaining a presence, and this is, more people are seeing my stuff. Ready to post daily content, social media training videos. Like I said, I don't want you to just want you to post it. I want you to know why it works. So on some days, I may say, hey, go out and take a photo of yourself in front of your favorite restaurant, or just post a photo of your favorite restaurant. And here's why it works. And there's a video that explains it, a video that's, a minute, maybe a minute and a half long, nothing crazy. Because like I said, the goal for me is to make you a social media marketing master. This app, Massive Agent Daily, also has an ROI and conversion calculator. It has a link conversion tracking. So once you go to massiveagentdaily.com and you get started, make sure that you guys do this on a mobile device. When you get your email confirmation, when you get started, click that button on a mobile device because you're going to download the Social Coach app. This Massive Agent Daily is built on the Social Coach platform. And so you're going to download their app and then it guides you through it. Freaking seamless and awesome. But it's going to ask you some questions. How many deals do you close? What's the average commission you make per deal? How many leads does it take you to close a transaction? And then it's going to start to figure out, hey, if I'm getting link clicks or if I'm getting engagement, what does that mean? Does that mean that every time I post on social media, I just made $20? It's going to figure that out and show you how your earnings go up. So it gamifies it, it quantifies it, and it will keep. What's great about it is it's accountability. All right. If you can see that every time you post on social media, your earnings go up, you're going to do it more often. Right now, disclaimer, like it's not scientific. We can't guarantee that if you post 50 times on social media that you'll get a closing from it. That's stupid. But it averages it out. It approximates, but it shows you, hey, when you do this, you get more leads, you get more incoming inquiries, it leads to transactions. Here's your average amount of commission. Here's what the average post earns you. So freaking cool. I have not seen anything else like this in our industry that exists. Good luck finding it. And then social media analytics, like I said, how many followers you have, engagements, etc., showing you, are you moving in the right direction? How many have you gained? All that good stuff. This is all to help you to automate taking advantage of the magic of social media. Okay. The magic of social media is creating personal connections, letting people make a personal connection with you. And we as agents, we overthink content. So we have in the Massive Agent Daily, and by the way, guys, if you were to hire somebody to do your social media for you, if you're like, hey, I'm going to hire this company or have this person do my posting for me, whether or not they're even good or know what the hell they're doing or even, doing the right things, what would that be, $1,000 a month or something like that? Maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on how much you're paying them. But then if they're really good and they're doing stuff that's proven to work, and with you as a real estate agent in mind, it's going to cost more. This is only $149 per month. For $149 per month, no contracts, no nothing. We will give you a prompt every single day and tell you what to do and why you're doing it. And pretty soon you're going to know, damn, this is working. So go to massiveagentdaily.com, get started today. And I'm so freaking excited for you guys. Not only are you going to be able to stay consistent with posting on social, but you're going to be posting stuff that will grow your following, that will grow your engagement, that will grow your presence, that will work. Guys, this stuff is proven to work. So why does it work? Okay. Like I said, I'm going to tell you today what realtors should be posting on social media. Here's the ratio, right? Here's the formula. And the Massive Agent Daily uses this formula. So you don't have to you just say, oh, cool, today I'm going to post this, or tomorrow I'm going to post this. Or if maybe it's Sunday, you don't want to post on Sunday, you can just star the thing and it throws it into a queue. So you can go back and be like, oh, I'm going to use this one instead. So super freaking cool platform. But there's 4 different categories of posts that you need to be making. 4 different categories that real estate agents need to be posting on social media: engagement posts, local posts, real estate related posts, and personal. Engagement, local, real estate, and personal. You want to do about 30% engagement posts, 30% local, 20% real estate, and not just any real estate, not just posting your open house flyers or a freaking link to a listing. Okay, it has to be the right things, but 20% real estate, 20% personal. When you do this, when you are posting this mix, you will maximize the personal connections that your audience, that your sphere of influence, that your network, that your friends, whatever you want to call them, you're maximizing the connection that they can make with you. So an example, my good friend Shannon Milligan, she's actually the one that brought me to EXP, and she's been a friend forever. We actually met on Snapchat 4 or 5 years ago and have become very, very good friends. We speak multiple times per week still, but she's one of the best agents I've ever seen with social media. It's funny, she doesn't think so. She's like, oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. Well, she does though. She asks great questions. It's a great mix of personal. It's a great mix of, showing off her professional accomplishments in a classy way. You can humble brag. Social media is great for humble bragging. You can do it in a classy way. She does it great. She talks about the community. She does engagement posts. She doesn't even know she's doing it, but she's mastered this intuitively. And by the way, Shannon, she's been on the show before. She's definitely going to be on the show again. But if you want to hear her episode on video marketing and how she's one of the best video marketers I've ever seen, episode 61, way back. That's almost 100 episodes ago. That's unbelievable. But Shannon Milligan from Richmond, Virginia was on episode 61. But what she posts on social media, Facebook specifically, is amazing. And she kind of follows these guidelines, about 30% engagement, 30% local, 20% real estate, 20% personal. Okay. Write that down. Okay. A nice mix of engagement, local, real estate, personal. Notice real estate is not number 1. Real estate is not dominant. I struggled even because I personally think that I should have made, wait, does that all add up? Yeah, it does. Okay. I'm looking at it on my notes and I'm like, wait, does that add up to 100%? I was thinking maybe doing 30% personal and only 10% real estate, because some of the local stuff you do could be real estate related. But here's what you need to make sure that you get. Here's another foundational piece about social media. If you post stuff that people do not care about, they will tune you out. They will unfollow you. They'll just keep scrolling. And guess what? It's not that they just don't pay attention. Facebook and Instagram and all these algorithms, they pay attention. When somebody tunes you out, the platforms notice. They notice that they scroll by you every single time. And so the algorithms think, we're not going to show this person's posts very much anymore organically because nobody wants to see it. It's not interesting. So you have to post stuff that is engaging and interesting. And the magic of social media is the personal connection, allowing people to make a personal connection with you. If all you do is post about your listings or your open houses, nobody can make a personal connection with you, like at a deep level, a personal level. Like, sure, maybe they can see you're an agent, but they know 47 other agents. So what? Okay. But without a personal connection, without some sort of trust or likability that you establish through your content, through social, they're not going to hire you. They're not going to remember you're an agent because there's not a deep personal connection. So engagement posts. Engagement posts are like, which candy do you like? And you do an image that has 4 different kinds of candy, like Reese's and Snickers and, blah, blah, blah. And you let people vote. And that's an engagement post. Or what are you reading right now? Or, what was the first CD you ever bought? What was the first car you ever bought? How anything like that. Okay. Any question that gets people chiming in constantly on social, that's an engagement post. Those are fantastic. They don't have anything to do with real estate. They don't have anything to do with business. They're just fun. But that's why they work. When you do enough of those, it gets a bunch of people, more than normal, commenting and engaging and reacting with your posts. When you do that enough, the algorithms notice and they're like, oh, cool. This is an engaging person, or this is an engaging page. We're going to reward this page or person with more organic reach. We're going to show the post to more people. So that's beautiful. And that makes all your future posts work even better. So it starts to snowball if you do engagement posts regularly. If you don't even know where to start, if you are not a Massive Agent Daily user, or you just want some extra ideas, just go Google engagement post ideas and just, Pinterest has a shitload of them. Just Google it, engagement posts for Facebook, engagement posts for Instagram, whatever, and do some. It's amazing how well they work. Local content. Okay. Part of why you're being hired as a real estate agent is for your local expertise. Okay. These days, people can find a house themselves. There's a million different places and apps that they can find a home, right? Sure. I know you help them sometimes find a home, but a lot of times your clients find it themselves. They need your local expertise. They need somebody who really knows the area and all that stuff, among other things, right? So by posting about local stuff, you're positioning yourself as a local expert by default. Okay. You start to show that you're a great source of local information. You're a great source of local knowledge. And if people who like your area or want to learn new things to do, if they start seeing that from you on a regular basis, there's that subconscious connection that, okay, this person really knows Salt Lake, or this person really knows Indianapolis. You become that person. All right. So local posts, post about what's coming to town, what's leaving town, businesses or the state fair, high school sports in your area, just what's going on locally. Okay. Think of yourself as the local newspaper, remove the politics from it, but what would the local newspaper cover in your neighborhood, in your market, in your suburbs, whatever your market is. Post about that stuff. That could be sharing news articles. It could be posting about stuff. It could be asking. Well, that was very specific, wasn't it? It could be posting about stuff. That was really nice. Really articulate and quite value adding. If you can't tell, I lost my train of thought trying to get back on the tracks here. But you can also ask people what their favorite restaurant is, or do you prefer this place or that place, or who has the best burgers in town, who has the best pizza, what's the best brewery, do you prefer this brewery or that one, what's your favorite thing to do on the weekends with your family, what are some of the best dog parks, what are your favorite things to do with dogs. You can ask people what they, for their answers, or you could tell them. You could provide video, you could provide photos, you could provide articles that you've written about those things. Okay, you become the local media company, and you're going to want to do that about 30% of the time. Then 20%, maybe 10% of the time, real estate. Okay, this is where, yes, you need people to know that you're a realtor. Okay, so that's why you do this. But that doesn't mean that you post the same old boring shit. To accomplish letting people know you're an agent is very simple. Okay, so by posting photos of homes or talking about kitchens or certain styles of homes, or this differences between neighborhoods and stuff like that, even though that qualifies as local too, but you need to think about when you're like, okay, today's a real estate post day. I need to post something. Maybe you want to advertise your listing. You don't have to just take the link and post it. You could actually take photos, the best photos, the most engaging, the best aspects of your listing that you want to get out there. Show those, post those, and then include a link to the listing in that same post. Okay, you control how this stuff is presented. Just because you should be posting about real estate doesn't mean you should be posting boring shit about real estate. Okay, you want to do what works. You want to do what doesn't turn people off. If you're constantly going live every Saturday and Sunday at 11 a.m. to tell people you're at your open house, they're going to turn off your live notifications. I do it. I've probably done it to you because it's just like, well, first off, I'm in Utah and you're in Florida. So, what the hell? Like, I don't care. But you overdo it. Okay. So you have to think about if I want to accomplish this, how do I do in the best possible light? How can I post about this home or about this topic of loan programs, or, there's this new grant program available that your county is offering. How do I do that in a way that gets people's attention and makes them curious rather than them being like, oh, boring, right? You control that. So when you're posting about real estate, if it's a house, think about what's the best part about that house. How do you show that? Video, photo, a series of photos. Maybe it's not the house itself. Maybe it's how close that house is to a bus stop or a train station or the airport or a school or a park or something. So do that stuff, okay? Real estate, you can absolutely advertise your listings, but do it show that listing in the best possible light. That's something we teach you in the Massive Agent Daily as well, because yes, I know you have sellers and I know you have to advertise listings. And I know that as an agent, our DNA changes when we get our license and we think we must talk about real estate all the goddamn time, but that is not true. That's just something you've told yourself, but you can talk about it 10 to 20% of the time. All right. And then the rest of the time, 20% of the time, personal. Okay. This includes even on your business page, even on your business accounts, post personal stuff. Now, that doesn't mean that needs to be like the deepest, darkest, most personal things to you. You decide what you share. Okay. So if you're somebody that's like, well, I try to separate my business and my personal life. First off, I think that's a mistake because you are your business. Your business is you. People are hiring you. They're not hiring your logo. They're hiring you. So you need to let them see who you are. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? Do you like to go hiking? Are you a sports fan? Do you have kids? Do you have pets? Are you in exercise? I don't even know what I was going to say there. Do you go to the gym a lot? Are you into CrossFit? Are you a Pez collector like my crazy ass was a decade or so ago? Until my wife actually came in and smacked me upside the head and said, knock that off. You're taking up a full room with little plastic figures. And I said, you're right. Pretty stupid. Anyways, just by posting about your hobbies and your interests and stuff like that, you're going to let people who also have those make a connection with you. So then what happens? Okay, here's how this plays out. And you've all had this happen. You're out at some park with the kids, or you're at the grocery store. You run into somebody you haven't seen in 10, 15, 20 years. Maybe you went to college with them, you went to high school, whatever. You haven't seen them forever, and you hardly ever even see them on social media. They don't ever comment on any of your stuff. They don't, you remember them, but it's like, holy crap, haven't seen you forever. But they know that you have kids. They know that you went to Cancun on vacation last summer. They know that you just won this award for this. They know that you play kickball. They know that you're a golfer, whatever. They know what you're doing because of social media, because they are looking, they're watching. Everyone's noticing this stuff, even if it doesn't feel like it. So put out the personal stuff, okay? If they're a golfer and they see that you're a golfer, and then the next post is you showing off this listing in a really, really cool way, and you're showing this back patio that overlooks the valley with the view of the mountains, and the sunsets are just incredible. They're like, okay, I like them. We have something in common, and boom, like there's a connection. Then 6 months later, they need to know how much their house is worth. They keep seeing your stuff, because now you're interesting to them, you're worth following to them because you have similar interests. And guess who they think of first? They hire you to be their real estate agent because you posted about golf. You see how that works? It's crazy. It's crazy. Every real estate conference you go to, every real estate coach, every webinar or training, whatever, they talk about the value of your sphere of influence, right? And I agree with this, okay? I believe your sphere of influence is hugely beneficial, and you should be focused on growing your brand and getting people to know that you're an agent and building credibility. You should be doing that within your sphere of influence before you start doing it with strangers, right? Now, of course, you should be doing both, because by getting strangers to know who you are, you get them into your sphere of influence. But your sphere of influence is very valuable. Why? Okay? It's because they already know you. They already know you. You've established some sort of likability or some trust or something. They know you somehow. But you have to continue to build on that trust. You have to continue reminding them that you exist. You have to continue to build credibility and trust. You do that through social media by doing the types of posts that we're talking about. Okay, the types of posts that we give you every single day in an app, on your mobile phone, boom, a little notification, click here to post, boop, 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 in the Massive Agent Daily. Go sign up today. It's available today. Okay, and if you don't, cool, just make sure that you're doing engagement posts, local, real estate, and personal. Get a nice mix. You have to share your personal self so that people can make a personal connection with you. If you're all business all the time, there's nothing to make a connection with. Nothing. Because there's a million other agents that are in their feed that they can make a connection with somehow. Golf or a sport or family or pets. And so you're going to miss out because you wanted to keep business and personal stuff separate on social media. Guys, I cannot tell you how doing these things has changed my life, changed my real estate business, changed my life. It's incredible. And it all started when I was just myself and let people see who I am, okay? Personally, like they could see my personality, the way that I speak, how I speak, like all that. Video is super awesome, but even the way you type things in your posts and photos that you share, all let people make a connection with you, okay? People work with those who they know, like, and trust. It's cliche as hell, but it's true as hell. If you're all business all the time, or you're posting boring shit that nobody cares about, and you're not getting any engagement on your social media at all, you're not going to have, and then you're just not going to get any success. You're going to get frustrated, especially when you hear that Johnny in your office just closed his 4th deal from Instagram this month, and you're like, what the hell? Like, he's not even doing anything special. He's just posting about beer. Well, it's because he's attracting other people who like beer, and they get to know him and like him and trust him. And then when the time comes, they hire him. Okay? That's how it works. If you need help with this, go to massiveagentdaily.com, get started, no contracts, try it for a month, and I think you will like it. It's up to you, though, to put in the work. We tell you what to post and teach you why it works. You have to do it. You have to actually do it. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. A lot of the stuff you click and post. We literally have videos that tell you what to do. If you don't sign up for Massive Agent Daily, cool. Please do this stuff. It changed my life forever. Once people could start getting to know me, I repelled some people because of my personality, the way I say things that I'm interested in. Some people, they're like, he's not my cup of tea. Cool. But then those who do resonate with my personality and I was their cup of tea, they hire me. Or we become friends, right? That's how it works. Once I started being authentic and getting myself out there online and on social media, it blew my mind how often I'd have somebody call me from, they found me on Google, and then they went to my website or went to social media, watched some stuff, looked at some posts, and said, you know what? You seem fun, or we like you. We think you're, we heard what you had to say about Zillow's estimates. We didn't know that. You were brutally honest about it. We trust you and we think you'd be fun. We're going to hire you. Social media is magic. And I understand there's a lot of negative, bad shit on social media right now. Don't even get me started on the censorship happening by the platforms. Okay. But two things can be true at the same time. There could be some really negative stuff that just drains our energy, but it could also still be the best opportunity that we have to grow our brand and our business, and it's free. It's absolutely free. And then if you put some ad money behind some of this stuff, I mean, that's a whole other level of growth. Like that's just incredible. And if you need to know how to do that, massiveagentsociety.com. We'll show you how to, use the Facebook ads platform. Guys, use this stuff. Okay. I am underutilizing social media dramatically, and I feel like I'm doing pretty damn good. I haven't posted nearly as often. And I overthink it. Sometimes I just overthink it. It's amazing how if you're walking down the street and you see a pothole, just taking a picture of a pothole and drawing a smiley face on it and putting it in your Instagram story and tagging the intersection you're at. It's amazing sometimes the engagement that'll get. Or you ask people, where am I? Right? Take a picture of a random building in your town and say, where am I? Or a landmark or something. Where am I? It's so easy. You just have to do it consistently and intentionally. So if nothing else, I hope you've learned how social media works, how to do it the right way, the right ratio of posts to do on social. I hope that you understand. I hope you understand the opportunity that we still have today. That the boat has not left the dock. Here I go with my analogies again. The train has not left the station. Okay. There's still so much upside in social media. Social media could exhaust us with all the political shit on one hand, but it could be the best thing ever to grow our business and make a living and build wealth. Both can be true. Okay. And here's a little secret. It's not really a secret, but let's call it one. You control the stuff that comes into your newsfeed. If you start seeing a bunch of political shit and you don't want to, start hiding those posts. Click hide. Click unfollow of people that are constantly negative. You control that stuff, right? The social networks, they only want to show you the stuff that you like because they want to keep you on the platform, right? And if you've watched The Social Dilemma on Netflix, there's a negative side to that. It creates echo chambers where you only see one, stuff that you already agree with, and you never get challenged on your thinking. You never get alternative points of view. That's a problem. But that's for a reason. They want to keep you happy. They want to keep you there. And if they make you uncomfortable and make you unhappy while you're scrolling your newsfeed, you're not going to use it. So remember that. We control what goes into our newsfeed. Okay? Please use social media. We'll help you do it. Okay? Massive Agent Daily is there if you want to be handheld through the whole thing. If you want to do it yourself, just please do something. Please do something, because a year from now, you're going to be so pissed that you're still spinning your wheels and how much further along you could have been. All right? You could have been so much further along. I feel like I can be so much further along because I haven't done enough. Okay? But I've been doing something. I have been making progress. I hope you can say the same. Social media is incredible. So real estate agents, I hope today you've learned what you should be posting on social media and why. And we'll be talking a lot more about this in coming episodes because it's just so important. And I'll be honest, I see way too many agents posting absolute boring nonsense all the time. If you're posting 8 out of 10 times, if it's real estate related, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. People are tuning you out. They're tuning you out. You're overthinking the shit out of this, guys. You're overthinking the shit out of it. Start paying attention to what gets your attention. Pay attention to what gets your attention in your newsfeed, and that will give you a clue about what you should start posting yourself. Guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I cannot wait for your feedback on the Massive Agent Daily app. I've been using it myself. It is awesome, and we're going to be making improvements and adding features. So, guys, the Massive Agent Daily that you get started with today, it's going to be better a month from now. It's going to be much, much, much better 2 months from now. I promise you. And with your feedback and feature requests, we're just going to make it that much better. So I'm so excited. I believe it is going to be the number one tool for agents to grow their brand on social media. And we're just getting started. So massiveagentdaily.com. Go get started with that. And if this episode has helped you, please share it with a friend. Share it with a colleague. Share it with an agent or your broker or within a Facebook group. Help us spread the word, because if we grow our audience, we can do a better show and have more resources to do so. Thank you, guys. Go close some loans. Go sell some homes. Go post some awesome stuff on social media. Do not overthink it. If you think you're overthinking it, you're definitely overthinking it. So have at it, guys. Have at it.